What's up, residents? Jacob here. Godzilla, King of the Monsters created a lot of questions regarding the growing lore of the Monsterverse. Spoiler! One of the more intriguing questions coming from this movie was, is Mothra 100% dead, gone for good from the Monsterverse and Godzilla vs. Kong? Mothra's heroic sacrifice to save Godzilla, allowing him to defeat Ghidorah and restore balance in the natural order, was something that throughout the Godzilla franchise history has occurred again and again. Mothra is different than most of the other monsters due to her unique life cycle. Whereas Godzilla and Rodan are the same individuals that have been around for millions of years, living like your typical earth-faring creature, Mothra in a way lives multiple lives. While Mothra is in her prime, she will seek out a secluded location in which to lay her egg. If fate determines that Mothra needs sacrifice herself, or if she's defeated and killed, her egg will be the vessel in which her spirit would be reborn. Think of it like saving a copy of yourself in a hard drive for later use. Death is not the end for Mothra, as her egg is the key to her coming back to continue her protection of Earth. While there have been some deviations from this, with Mothra laying eggs with completely new and unique children, the standard route usually follows that of Mothra being reborn in her egg with most of her previous body's thoughts and memories. So what about the Mothra from Godzilla, King of the Monsters? To figure out more on this matter, we have to go back to those end scene credit newspaper clips that we mentioned in this video right here about the whereabouts of Rodan following the events of King of the Monsters. Within this Titan news montage, we receive news that Mothra may have indeed laid her egg before her death. We know this from this image right here. Notice how it states that Monarch took an expedition deep into the territory in which Mothra was originally being researched. Here they found something that they believe is a giant insect egg of sorts. They then took the egg back to an unknown Monarch outpost location for further study and protection. The fact alone that it states that Monarch went into the territory of Mothra and found this egg is almost all you need to believe the egg to be that of Mothra's, especially when they claim it to be an insect egg as well. This news piece could mean that sometime between Mothra's awakening and her untimely death, that she ventured deep into her lands to lay her egg. Almost like the creature knew that her battle with Ghidorah and the other monsters was going to mean the end of her and her current body. But even though this is more than likely Mothra's new egg, will that mean that we will see the Queen of the Monsters return in Godzilla vs. Kong? Well, that's not as easy to predict. My guess is that Toho only allowed one take on their classic monsters, meaning that this egg may just be a clever Easter egg in the way for the Monsterverse to say that she lives on in this universe. However, if there was going to be a returning monster in Godzilla vs. Kong outside of the G-Man, I would say Mothra would make the most sense. A battle with Godzilla, King Kong, and Mothra would be one for the ages. And this newly discovered egg may just be the first hints at what amounts to be a returning appearance from everyone's favorite moth. If Mothra does come back, I could see her being a referee of sorts for Godzilla and Kong's battle, surging in to stop the fight or distracting the monsters from each other while they battle. Perhaps Mothra will try her best to get Kong and Godzilla to stop wasting time trying to prove who has the bigger monster in order to face a much more devastating opponent. No one except the people making Godzilla vs. Kong really know. Residents, I want you to go down into the comments and tell me how you think Mothra could make a return in Godzilla vs. Kong and what she would do to add to the story in a way that makes bringing her back worth it. If you liked today's video and want more, please leave us a like and consider subscribing. We have some pretty neat news for you right here. We are heading to this year's G-Fest located in Chicago. If you want a chance to meet us, classic actors from the Toho films, as well as plenty of other badass Godzilla and monster fans, then consider taking an adventure to this epic event. G-Fest 2019, see you there, residents. As always, this has been Jacob, and peace out.